The NHL, we have different laws. We saw an 8 beat a 1 seed last season. Get ready to see it again. They were rocking the red in D.C. tonight. The mighty Capitals hosting the Canadiens. Capitals on the attack. Brooks Light centers to Alexander Semin.
Great pass, good execution, same old story, no goal.
Final minute of the first period. We're 4-on-4. Mike Green didn't have a great series. Loses the puck, then commits the penalty. Canadiens, the rare 4-on-3 power play.
Terrible penalty by Green, terrible penalty.
Scott Gomez to Marc-Andre Bergeron, one-timer.
Bergeron's in there for that shot, folks. He's an offensive specialist. Great pass by Gomez.
All right, we pick it up here in the third in a 1-0 game. Mike Knuble to the front of the net. The puck goes in, but the immediate call from the official is no goal. They say Knuble was in the crease. Gabby, your thoughts?
I don't know if I'm right or wrong in the rule, but it's no goal, no penalty if you impede the goalie from being able to make a play. He did exactly what he wanted to do. There was no stopping him. He stretched out. He went for the save. He missed it. So I don't see how the hell it could be a goal or not be a goal.
I got to agree with my buddy Bruce Boudreau. That's a tough call in a Game 7.
Yaroslav Halak. Boudreau can't blame his performance on it. But Yaroslav Halak doing everything. A .978 save percentage over the last 3 wins. He was incredible.
And the team in front of him also blocked about 50 shots, Steve. Just a fantastic job defensively.
They continue to fire away. There are some of the blocked shots you were talking about. Halak stopped everything he could.
And look at the rebounds go to the side. Not in the front. They go to the side, although that one went through his legs.
And you can see the Capital fans obviously frustrated now. Under 4 to go here in the third. Hal Gill to Dominic Moore.
And Moore just out battles Mike Green for the puck. No help from Mike Green, but Green can't lose that physical battle right there.
Dominic Moore is going to score the game-winning goal, not Alex Ovechkin in this one. Minutes later, the Caps finally get on the board. Brooks Light scores on the rebound.
And that's how they got a score, but they weren't doing that all night long. They take one shot from the side, nobody attacking the net. Finally, they went in and won a physical battle. Brooks Light has the effort, the guts, the passion, and he scores a goal.
All right, 2 minutes to play, 2-1 game. Jason Chimera is right there.
Jock Georges comes over and makes another great defensive play. This is another one of those blocked or altered shots. It looked like he got a clear shot, but no way. George got a stick on it and went out of the ring.
Game still wasn't over. Capitals pull their goalie and have a power play. 6-on-4. Canadiens going for the empty net. Nicholas Backstrom knocks it away at the last second.
One of the few Washington Capitals I thought had a good series, Nicky Backstrom.
Here's Semin, the one-timer. Halak says, I don't think so. Under 30 seconds left. Mike Green, the top-scoring defenseman in the NHL. Halak, another save. And in the final seconds, here's Ovechkin. Can't even get the shot away. Wasn't that the story? The Montreal Canadiens, the 8th seed, defeat the top-seeded Washington Capitals. It's a 2-1 final in Game 7 in D.C., and the Habs advance on.
Well, you know, I think it was a great series. After we were trailing 3-1, we said we got nothing to lose, and you know, we just came out there game by game, and you know, one shot at a time.
The first 2 games here, I think we outplayed them. We had a chance to go ahead of these guys, and you know, it didn't happen. So I think we just had to stick with the program, and we eventually got the wins.
It's a commitment on the part of the players. They know that at this time of the year, you've got to do everything in your power to win games, and it means sometimes taking hits to make play. It means blocking shots, and you know, it means to be fully committed.
The Montreal Canadiens are the 9th, 8th seed to upset a 1 seed, but most impressively, they're the first to ever come back from a 3-1 series deficit against that 1 seed. How about Montreal's penalty kill? Or is it Washington's power play? 97% effective Montreal's power play. Again, the Capitals had the best power play in the regular season, and it's the 5th largest upset in NHL history in terms of regular season point differential. So in D.C., it's all over, but the crying.
I thought we had a good chance to win the Stanley Cup this year. And I would have bet my house on that they wouldn't have beaten us 3 games in a row, and we would have only scored 3 goals and almost 140 shots. But I told them there's no sense in me saying anything right now because we all feel as low as we can possibly feel.
I don't have words to say something, you know, like I think everybody disappointed. And
hockey's a team sport. It's not about him. It's even if he's a captain, if he's and he's a great leader. I mean, it's the whole team. I mean, he doesn't need to put the blame on him. I mean, I'm gonna put blame on me too. I mean, I wasn't good enough.
We're not proud of what happened, and this, the lack of goal production is, the naysayers would be out, and everybody would be have their two bits about why we didn't score goals.
So what does it all mean? Well, how about this? In the East, the 1, 2, and 3 seeds all get out. That also means Pittsburgh hosts Montreal in the conference semis. And in Boston, they are laughing their hockey pants off. The Bruins, they're the 6th seed. They'll have home ice advantage against a Philly team that will look more like the Phantoms with all the injuries the Flyers have. Bruins and Flyers haven't met in the postseason since 1978. Here's where Barry tells me about how critical it is to have home ice advantage in Game 7. We saw the road team win last night and tonight. The scene in Montreal must be just absolutely wild. But bottom line, Barry, the NHL's best team everybody thought was going to win the Stanley Cup this year, and Alex Ovechkin, they are out in the first round. How did this happen?
In a 7-game series, the best team always wins. In a 1-game series, like in basketball or a best of 3, sometimes a poor team can fluke it out. But the Montreal Canadiens were a better team. Yeah, Halak stood on his head. He was unbelievable. He stopped 1,000,000 shots. Maybe that was the case of this series and why Montreal won. But Montreal wanted it more. They played a better style of game. They played with more teamwork. The Montreal Stars were better than the Washington Stars. And I disagree with the Washington players about no blame. The stars of that team, you want all the glory when things are going good. You want the big paychecks when things are going good. You got to perform in the playoffs. You got to perform when everything's on the line. You got to perform when the checking gets tough and the hitting gets tough and guys are blocking shots. The Washington Capitals Stars didn't do that. They were beaten by a hungrier team, and it's a good lesson for Montreal. Will beats skill. It always has, and it always will.
Let's focus on Alexander Ovechkin. We're not going to put it all on one guy, but when you look back at this series, it's going to show he had 5 goals, 5 assists, in a 7-game series, 10 points, had 10 shots on goal in this Game 7, but he doesn't get it done. Sidney Crosby gets it done. Alex Ovechkin doesn't get it done. What does that mean to you?
It means that until he does, you can't think of the two as in the same comparison. Sidney Crosby's a winner. He's won a gold medal. He's won a Stanley Cup. He's taken his team to Stanley Cup finals twice. In the first game of the series, they were behind 1-0. Sidney Crosby put the Pittsburgh Penguins on his back and was the best player in the playoffs from that point on. Ovechkin hasn't done that. I love Ovechkin. I love the way he plays. I love what the physicality he plays with. I love the passion he plays with. But the results aren't there. And until the results are there, one guy is the greatest player in the world right now, and it's not Alexander Ovechkin.
Bruce Boudreau on the way out here, he said he bet his house, so he's lost the house. Does he lose his job on this, Barry?
No, Bruce Boudreau won the President's Trophy. Bruce Boudreau's done a great job with his team. He took over a team that wasn't very good, the same unity as now. This is a very, very talented team. But, this is a tough night for Bruce Boudreau. But, no, his job's safe. Everybody's job is safe in Washington. But I think they're going to have to reevaluate this team. They're the San Jose of 2010.
Right.
They're exactly the same situation San Jose was in last year.